Okay, what we're working on today is we are cutting some of the U-brackets of our crossbar retainers on the desktop CNC, and here it is. What we've done is we are absolutely in the experimentation phase of what we're working on, and that's a crossbar retainer bracket. This is our current model. It's going to evolve. This is the model that we're working on at this time. I have learned some things about how I need to evolve this, but because the current batch meets this standard, we're going to continue on with the manufacturing of this version of the bracket that holds the crossbar retainer on. And allow me to show you a couple of crossbar retainers, which I'm quite sure that I have not yet. This is literally number one. It's the very first one of these I made, and this is meant to act as a crossbar retainer when the dogging device has failed and the customer is no longer interested in dealing with it. Well, voila, AB Supply is making crossbar retainers. There it is. I'll give you an idea of what it kind of looks like, even though this is the wrong one for the application. This is a arm for a teardrop. That's an arm for a teardrop, and the teardrop would be your CRL Jackson 1085, 1095, your Dormakaba Falcon 1990, 2090. So the inside profile of that is going to be different than the inside profile. And that's going to be different than the inside profile of those that would be appropriate for other exit devices. Let me show you what I mean by that. We have some Von Duprin, those are teardrop. It's a Von Duprin 88 right there, but that's not been tumbled yet. That's a Von Duprin 88 that it's not been tumbled. We're tumbling up here. And it's the tumbling process that has given us the finish that we want. Here we go. There's a box of tumbled products. These are for the Corbin Russwin ED6200A. That is a discontinued, that's an ED6200A from Corbin. That's a discontinued series. No problem. We're still making them. People have those devices. That is a finished teardrop style. It's a finished teardrop style. Here is some for the Von Duprin 88. You can see how those arms simply change. The size changes, the reach changes, I should say, the inside profile. So what we're doing now is we're going to finish making those brackets that are on here. And I've got the tool ready to start cutting. I've done a spindle warm-up routine, and now it's time to start cutting this. You know what? Let's just do it live and see what happens. Oh, that's not the right tool path. This is where unscripted drama certainly can come in. Now it'll ask me to start the spindle. Okie-dokie, it might be a mad dash back to the space bar to turn it off. It's looking good. Okay. It's not off. It sure looks accurate. So what's going to happen now is that's going to go all the way down, all the way through it, and it's going to leave a couple of tabs. It's going to look like this. I'll show you what it's going to look like. Literally cutting this one right now. Right there. That image, that drawing looks a little weird because I have different vectors laying on top of each other, but right now we're creating that liberating path. I'll bring you back in when we've got something more to show.